is it?
Why me?
What is this?
We played ball together. You were awesome on the field. You were unstoppable.
Survival of the fittest.
And you were only a freshman. You could have been team captain in your senior year. Why'd you kill me? I never hurt you.
It was more fun than dropping dudes in a video game.
Why me, Josh?
Why not? The world's overpopulated. I wanted to do my part.
You liked me.
Yeah, once upon a time.
Why did you have to kill me?
I felt like it.
Why me? I don't even know you.
You were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Why me?
Why not? Everybody's gotta die sometime. Might as well get it over with.
Why me, Josh? We live on the same street. We used to make mud pies together when we were little kids. I taught you how to blow bubbles with gum. I came to your birthday parties, you came to mine. When we were 11, you let me play war with you and the other boys because you liked how I died. Hope I didn't disappoint you in the cafeteria this morning. Hope I died just right for you, Josh.
You didn't have to follow me and get me all bloody.
Want to see it again? Go on. Shoot me again.
Love that feeling.
Love it.
Crave it. Need it.
Gotta have a gun grip in your hand.
Hand.
Always wanted to be an army ranger, parachuting down enemy lines ever since I could hold a
Cap gun. Water gun.
Air gun.
Pop gun. BB gun.
12 gauge.
22.
38. 45.
Gun makes you feel alive.
Alive.
Respect.
Watch out. Move aside.
Nobody can touch you.
When you have a gun.
Nobody mocks you.
When you have a gun, you can take on anybody.
Anybody.
The champ wrestler.
The whole wrestling team. The bad guys.
Gangbang.
When you have a gun, people talk nice.
When you have a gun.
They'll look at you like you're a VIP.
VIP. Somebody bumps you, they say, excuse me.
You walk different.
When you have a gun.
You talk different.
When you have a gun.
You think different.
When you have a gun.
So cool.
When you have a gun.
Gun. It's an A+. Slam dunk.
Touchdown.
Put down. All in one.
Love that military stance.
You ain't got a chance.
Respect. Watch out.
Move aside.
You can be whatever you want to be.
Because a gun in your hand is a PhD.
Josh, there is no way we are buying you a rifle.
Mom, will you listen to
First
me?
you had to have a PC, then every video game ever made, then a laptop.
Okay, that was for school, Dad.
Then a cell phone, a beeper, and the newest style Nikes every 3
You
months.
have to have every CD you hear on the
An
radio.
expensive mountain bike you rode 3
A
times.
snowboard you never used, and now a rifle? Please.
Grandpa wants to take me hunting.
I'm absolutely against it.
Grandpa hunts. Are you rejecting what your own father
Of
thinks?
course not.
Well, then I should have a rifle, right?
I wish you felt as passionate about your grades as you do about a rifle.
Okay, now you are just changing the subject.
You've got a high IQ. Your B's and C's could be all A's.
You get off my back about my high IQ.
We might feel differently if you were living up to your full potential.
Okay, buy me a rifle and I will bring home all A's in the next report card. Deal?
We'll talk about a rifle when we see all A's.
You don't even trust me.
Josh, you know that's not true.
If you trusted me, then I should have a rifle now.
You get all A's, we'll discuss it.
Hunting season will be over before grades come out, and then I have to wait a whole
You have to
year.
learn patience.
Hunting teaches patience, Grandpa said. But what does he know? He's just your father. You know, all I wanted to do was spend some quality time with Grandpa, learn some respect for firearms, some responsibility. How is all that bad?
It's not bad, Josh. It's just that we're not comfortable with guns.
Well, if I wanted to, I could get a gun at school for $50.
How?
Easy. I know, a guy who stole one from his father, but I wouldn't do that because that would be wrong. Is this what I get for my honesty?
Maybe his honesty deserves the rifle for a reward.
You shouldn't cave in every time Josh throws a tantrum.
What about the electric guitar you got him when he threw himself on the
At
floor?
least that showed an interest in music.
Yeah, now it's collecting dust in the closet.
You're making this my fault.
It is! Last week you got on the blue
You did good on that test.
The mini disc.
That was a
Divide
hard
and
test.
conquer.
That's not my fault.
Works every time. So don't blame me, blame my folks. They didn't have to buy me a rifle.
You still didn't answer my question, Josh. Why me? Why did you kill me?
Simple math. My rifle holds 5 rounds, 5 bullets, 5 people. It's perfect.
The bullet that killed me pierced my parents' hearts.
Pierced my brother's and my sister's heart.
Pierced my friends' hearts.
Pierced the hearts of parents who send their kids to school.
Just 5 rounds wounded hundreds.
Thousands.
Wounds that bleed.
Wounds that weep.
Wounds that never heal.
Wounds that are very real.
I
Thousands.
get lost.
That's not a good enough answer, Josh.
And that's not fair.
Not fair.
Not fair at all.
Our body's lying coffin.
While you still breathe.
heck this way. You've got yourselves a nice little cozy place and you can't beat the rent.
That's not fair.
Not fair.
Not fair at all.
We're under the earth.
And you don't even
You know
care!
what's not fair? Some dude jumped me before I had a chance to reload. I could have dropped a lot more bodies. I'd have made history.
We demand an honest answer, Josh. Why? Why did you kill us?
It was fun.
You don't have the proper frame of mind.
We'll be all over
Up
you.
one side, down the other.
In your face.
Under your skin.
Till you tell us why.
Why? Why'd you kill us?
Lay off me!
We're gonna open you up.
Dissect you like a frog.
Let out your heart.
Sorry.
So you tell us why.
Why?
Why me?
Why?
Why'd you kill us?
There was nothing good on TV!
We'll do whatever it takes tonight.
Whatever it takes.
To crack you open.
Till then, you'll live in hell. Without love.
Without decency.
Without comfort.
A kid in a
In a
cage.
zoo of misfits. Even until you're released.
When you're a stooped,
Broken.
Bitter old man.
Full of scars.
scars on body and mind.
Friendless.
Hopeless.
Mindless. Soulless.
Some loyal will get me off.
If you survive.
Survive what?
Hey, bad boy.
You talking to me? My name is Josh. What's yours?
You the new guy that killed 7 people?
Yeah, well, if that dude didn't jump me and I had a chance to reload, I could have dropped a lot more bodies. I'd have made history.
Tomorrow we're gonna see how bad you are.
What do you mean?
You'll see what we mean. Bad boy.
Feel your cells start to shrink.
Feel the walls closing in.
Compressing your thoughts.
Cramming your brain.
Driving you insane.
You'll wish you were dead every so
Your
often.
6x8 will be your coffin.
Nobody will hear.
When you scream and cry.
Why did you kill us?
Can't hurt me. You're all dead.
We need some answers,
We
Josh.
need some answers tonight, Josh.
We want the truth.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
As the cop said, I have the right to remain silent. And anything I say can be held against me in a court of law.
The court will hear the prosecutor's opening statement.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, 7 dead bodies, dozens of witnesses. What's there to think about?
The court will now hear from the public defender.
Josh was a good student, a popular student, and a good son. There's only one explanation. Temporary insanity.
I call witnesses for the prosecution.
Josh pulled the wings off a butterfly when he was 5.
Yeah, so?
And he plagiarized on a paper for English class.
The court will now hear closing statements.
As I see it, you, the jury, have a very difficult decision between the electric chair and lethal injection.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, he's just a child. I urge you to put Josh into a psychiatric ward.
I am not psycho just because my parents forced me to see a shrink. I knew what I was doing.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor. Life imprisonment without possibility.
Possibility of what?
Possibility of anything good.
You'll never achieve your dreams.
Never skydive.
Never scuba off Australia.
Never explore the caldera volcano.
Never fly a helicopter.
Never be a sportscaster.
Never ski again.
Never body surf.
Never meet people over the internet.
Never know what you could have been.
Done.
Seen.
Had.
No, loved in your lifetime.
Now you'll never know all the happiness that was yours.
But you'll wonder.
And the wonderment will eat you alive.
Eat you for breakfast.
Eat you for lunch.
Eat you for dinner.
While all your dreams mock you.
Mock you.
Mock you through the bar.
Who cares? The whole thing will be off my record when I'm 18 anyway. Maybe I'll be out of here when I'm 21. You're all just a bad dream.
Sometimes bad dreams come true.
Hey! Hey!
Hey! Hey! Let me out of here! Let me out of here! I can't breathe! I can't breathe in here! Let me out, please! Please!
That's how it is under the earth.
In the dark.
Alone.
In silence.
We really need some answers, Josh.
Answers to what?
What were you thinking?
What was in your heart?
Why'd you smile when you killed
I'm
us?
just a friendly guy.
Didn't you feel badly?
Did you think of the buck when you shot me?
What buck?
You know what, Buck.
Your first time hunting?
With your grandpa?
How'd you know about that?
We know everything about you. All your thoughts,
Feelings?
memories.
Dreams?
We know all your deep, dark secrets.
You know all that!
We're all in your head.
Tell me one fact about that day. Tell me one thing Grandpa said.
Just you and Grandpa in his old red truck.
Respect the animals. Don't take a shot unless you know it's sure. Do it quick and clean. Otherwise, the animal suffers.
That old logging road was full of rats. You both bounce on the seat. You can't wait to shoot your new rifle.
I am so stoked.
Grandpa parks the truck. You both sit there, waiting for 6 a.m.
Waiting to shoot your new rifle.
Let's go, Josh.
You both get out of the truck. It's cold. You can see your breath.
Grandpa watches you load the rifle's magazine. 5 shiny bullets.
You show him the safety is on.
Attaboy, he'll be a man by the end of the day.
Grandpa pats your back.
And you both head for the forest.
You see other hunters, all grown men with rifles.
Now you wait here. Keep still. I'll drive the game toward you.
You sit on a log for 2 hours.
Hours on a cold, wet log covered with moss.
Wishing you were still in a warm bed.
Wishing you ate the oatmeal your mother begged you to eat. Nose goes numb.
Fingers go numb.
Toes go numb.
And you have a profound thought.
Hunting sucks.
You doze off. Doze for 5, 10, 15 minutes.
Suddenly, something wakes
The
you.
rustling of dry leaves.
You don't move.
The rustling leaf sound comes closer, and then you see it.
A buck.
4-pointer.
Like in a dream, amazing.
Magnificent.
Strong, proud.
Keen.
You forget you're hunting.
You're taken by its beauty.
Utterly taken by its frail beauty. Its hot breath making weird ghosts in the cold air.
And then you notice the rifle in your hands.
Remember why you're there.
To kill.
Kill the magnificent. Kill the strong.
Kill the proud.
Kill the keen buck.
The time has come.
Time to be a man. But deep inside, you don't know if you can really pull the trigger.
But you must go home a man by the end of the day.
Or stay a boy who plays bang bang, you're
The
dead.
buck sees me, it freezes.
You hear your
You
heartbeat.
raise your rifle. Can't find the buck in the scope.
Because your hands are shaking.
Hold your breath.
Crosshairs under the buck's shoulder.
The moment of truth has come. But this buck's too beautiful to kill.
So you make your face a mask.
A mask that hides your face.
A face that hides the pain.
A pain that eats your heart. A heart nobody knows.
You pull the trigger. Nothing happens.
The safety's on.
You panic.
You click the safety off. Buck turns and runs like the wind.
You take aim.
Bam! First shot misses. Bam!
Second shot misses.
Bam! Third shot misses. Bam! Fourth shot misses.
Down on one knee.
Find the buck in the crosshairs.
It is so beautiful.
Magnificent. Proud.
Strong.
All you want to be.
But the buck has to die so you can be a man.
Has to bleed. Has to fall.
Has to die.
You can be a man.
Bam! Buck goes down.
Tear across the field. Your eyes meet the buck.
You see who you used to be.
Full of fear.
Helpless.
Its chest heaves, its blood pulls out like ketchup. Its legs kick as if to run on the air.
And it makes a pitiful sound that makes you hurt inside.
A cry that could be human.
You wish it was all a game.
Game. A video game.
Just hit reset.
And start again.
Start again.
Start all over again. Because it hurts to see it.
Beautiful.
Magnificent.
Proud.
Keen buck dying on the ground. You watch his life run out.
Blood, thick as ketchup.
And you wish you could take it all back.
Take back the bullet.
Put back the blood. Restore the buck to its majesty.
Give back its pride.
Return its strength.
Make it keen once more.
Let it be what it is. Run like the wind.
I never thought that it would be like this. I thought that it would be fun. Please don't die.
Your buck takes its last breath. You almost let yourself weep.
But you hear boots on dead leaves.
Grandpa comes out of breath.
He sees your dying buck.
He looks at you like no one's ever looked at you before. Like a man.
As
A
promised.
man by the end of the day.
Grandpa takes out his camera.
Come on, Josh. Can't you smile in your moment of glory?
You wipe away your tears. And you pose for the camera.
You make your face a
A
mask.
mask that hides your face.
A face that hides the pain.
A pain that eats your heart. A heart nobody knows.
Now you have proof of who you are.
You carry the snapshot everywhere. You want the world to see you and your buck. You're dying to tell the story.
Of how you took it down.
Took its magnificence. Took its pride. Took its strength.
And made it part of you.
Part of your mask. The guy nobody knows.
Hey, Katie.
Hi.
Write your thing for speech class? Guess what I wrote mine on? The buck I shot last weekend. It was so cool. What's yours on?
How to dump somebody.
How's it go?
Say, for example, your boyfriend's supposed to meet you at the mall and take you to a movie, and instead he goes hunting.
We can go out next weekend, Katie.
I don't think we should see each other anymore.
Can't you give me another chance? Katie, seriously, I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
I like somebody else now.
Who?
What's it matter?
Just tell me who.
It doesn't matter.
It matters to me.
Listen, maybe there's some people that don't take me for granted.
Sorry I'm late. Oh, hey Josh.
Him? It's him? Dude, I thought we were friends.
We are.
Some friend who sneaks around with my girlfriend.
I'm not yours.
Nobody's sneaking around, Josh.
Listen, can we just go?
Yeah.
Hear about Josh?
What happened to Josh? I can't believe it. Josh,
Smart. What? Josh is that's what I heard. I heard it from one of my friends.
Hear about Josh?
So what about it?
Kill the buck. No wonder he walks around all big and bad.
Not anymore.
Katie dumped him for Michael.
Well, how'd Josh take it? Like he doesn't care.
I wonder if he really killed the buck.
What, Josh? Shoot the ball?
What, the snapshot's a fake?
What's the fake?
Snapshot.
Josh didn't shoot the buck.
I think he shot the bull.
What a loser!
Everybody at school is laughing at me.
So you make your face a
A
mask.
mask that hides your face.
A face that hides the pain.
A pain that eats your heart. A heart nobody knows.
Someday somebody's gonna laugh one too many times.
Who are you killing, Josh?
You see anybody bleeding?
Who are you killing in your mind, Josh?
Somebody, anybody, everybody.
Are you stuck in the movie again?
What movie?
Your favorite movie.
How would you know my favorite movie?
The movie that makes the pain go away.
How's it go?
The kid goes to school with a shotgun.
And?
Blows away everyone who made fun of him the day before.
Shut up.
Blows away the teacher, too.
Get out of my face.
Why are you skipping gym class, Josh?
Maybe I have something better to do.
Like sneak down an empty hallway.
Like sneak into an empty classroom.
What are you writing on the blackboard, Josh?
Everybody in this class is dead meat.
Do you enjoy making everyone afraid?
It's just for laughs.
Except nobody's laughing.
I am, and they're not anymore.
You enjoy police coming to investigate.
More than I can say.
All right, I want everyone to stand by his or her locker. This your locker?
Yes, officer.
You know anything about the words on the blackboard?
No, officer.
You sure?
Positive.
You see anybody go in or come out of the classroom?
No.
Where were you when the words were written?
Well, I'd have to know when the words were written, wouldn't I, officer?
Let us know if you hear anything.
The principal's calling an assembly.
What for?
Maybe they found out who did it. That's what I heard.
Don't know. He's gonna be hauled up on stage in front of the whole school and suspended on the
You
spot.
gotta find him first.
They should take away all the guns.
Ever hear of the Constitution and the right to bear arms? How are we supposed to get an education dodging bullets?
It's all a hoax.
Ever hear of Paducah?
What about Jonesboro?
Springfield.
Columbine.
It can happen anywhere. There's a killer in every school. Teachers should carry guns.
Yeah, and we should all wear bulletproof
Oh
vests.
yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm getting out of class. I am not complaining.
All right, people, let's settle down. I have an announcement.
You're sweating, Josh.
On here, okay?
Someone in this auditorium wrote some very threatening words on the blackboard. Perhaps the blackboard phantom wrote them in jest, perhaps in anger, whatever the case.
Blackboard Phantom, gotta love that.
If the guilty party surrenders in my office sometime this afternoon, the punishment will be minimal.
Maybe she knows it's you, Josh.
If she knew it was me, she wouldn't say it like that.
But if we find out who he or she is, the punishment will be severe. If you know who the blackboard phantom is and don't tell us, you'll be just as guilty.
She's looking at you, Josh.
And I poker face her right back.
You make your face a mask.
A mask that hides your face.
A face that hides the pain.
A pain that eats your heart. A heart nobody knows.
Who could it be?
I think it's Randy.
How do you know? The look in his eyes.
Paducah,
Jonesboro, Springfield, Columbine.
They don't have a clue.
Who could it be?
talk about it.
We need some excitement around here.
For all I know, you're the killer.
Yeah, maybe it's you. This could be the last day of our lives.
I think it's Melissa.
Why do you say that? The locker's right next to the classroom.
All day.
Maybe you and Melissa get together. Paducah, Jonesboro, Springfield, Columbine.
To see them squirm, it's killing me not to tell. Hey, Katie. Can't you even say hi?
Hi.
What you doing?
Duh.
You, wanna go for pizza after school?
I don't think Michael would like that.
Yeah, well, to tell you the truth, I wasn't thinking of bringing him along.
Excuse me, I'm busy.
So, who do you think it is?
Who?
The Blackboard Phantom.
I don't know, but he did me a favor.
How so?
Calculus class. It was canceled for the assembly and I wasn't ready for the test.
Ah. I know who it is.
Give him my regards.
I will.
Who is it?
Promised I wouldn't tell anyone.
You're full of it.
Think so?
No, so. Who's he mad at? Who's gonna be dead meat?
Well, he didn't say exactly, but he's like Santa Claus, making a list and checking it twice.
A list of what?
Names for the bullets. Every bullet has a name on it.
Why would the Blackboard Phantom confide in you?
And we're buds.
You're just a lot of talk.
Think so?
No, so.
You're wrong, Katie.
Then who is it?
I promised I wouldn't tell anyone.
You don't know who it is.
You promised you won't tell.
I promise.
Promise.
I promise.
Promise like cross your heart and hope to die.
I cross my heart and hope to die.
You'll be the only one who knows besides
Who
me.
is it?
You're looking at him. Anybody want to laugh in my face? There's a potential killer on the loose, and I know he is!
Josh? Can I speak with you in my office, please? Come in. Have a seat.
Thanks.
Is there anything you'd like to tell me?
Not really.
You sure?
Oh yeah, great hair.
Anything else?
Well, there is one thing.
Good. What's that?
We all really hope you catch the nut who wrote the stuff on the blackboard.
You do?
Yeah, we'd all feel a lot better knowing that we're safe.
Josh, we know for a fact that you're the Blackboard Phantom. Do you want to confess?
I was in gym class.
The instructor said you took a very long bathroom
You
break.
can't prove anything with that.
We have a snitch.
Who?
You.
What?
We compared the writing on the blackboard to your last essay in English class. It's a perfect match.
Katie. Katie.
Do you want to make this easy and confess?
Why confess for something I didn't do?
It's tragic when a gifted young man throws his whole education away for what? A childish prank? You know about our zero tolerance policy on violence, or even the threat of violence. I have no choice but to expel you for the rest of the school year.
For some stupid words on the blackboard, I have to repeat the whole grade?
Not if you make it up in summer school.
I won't go. I won't go. I'm not gonna go to summer school. I won't go.
Josh, you will go to summer school no matter what.
Sit in hot classrooms while other kids can do what they want and then study on summer nights. Mom!
You should have thought about that before you wrote the words on the blackboard.
And you're grounded, Josh.
For how long?
All summer.
I can't go hunting with Grandpa.
You broke your promise. We've taken your rifle away.
I'd rather be dead.
Josh, you don't really mean that.
You'll see if I mean it. You'll all see. I can only take so much. Expelled, kicked off the soccer team, kids are laughing at me, summer school. I am pushed to my limits.
I think you should calm down.
I want my rifle back. You gave it to me.
You'll get your rifle back when you've seen a real change in your attitude.
But it was a gift. At least that's what you said it was. I guess I can't trust anything you say now.
You're in enough trouble, Josh. Don't try and make it any worse.
I hate you both. I wish that you would just die so I didn't have to look at you anymore.
You can't talk to us that way anymore. Go to your room.
No! Why do you have to take away the one thing that means the most to me?
Because we raised you wrong. We tried to give you a good life, but all we do is feed your appetites.
Mom, please, give me my rifle back. Mommy,
It's
please.
locked up. And if your attitude doesn't improve, we'll sell it.
Sell it!
And starting tomorrow morning, you have an appointment with a psychotherapist.
My life is over. My life is over. My life is over. My life is over!
Who are you, Josh?
How good could I be if I am forced to see a psychotherapist?
Don't you want to get to the bottom of your problem?
I have nothing to say to you.
Why not?
Well, if I did, then I would have something to say, wouldn't I? Duh.
I've talked to some people at your school.
Talk to who?
Your soccer coach, who praised your team spirit. Despite your need to be the class clown, your teachers say you're very bright and pleasant. You've had amazing grades in the past, and there's a rumor that you're a big hit with the girls.
I broke a few hearts.
With all that going on for you, why did you make a threat on the blackboard?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
I give up.
To prove that it wasn't chicken.
Why'd the monkey fall out of the tree?
I don't know.
It died. Why did the second monkey fall out of the tree?
I don't know.
It died. Why did the third monkey fall out of the tree?
It died.
No, peer pressure.
Ah, funny.
Why did you write on the blackboard, Josh?
Maybe it was my childhood. Or maybe it's my genetics. Or maybe it's my zodiac. Or maybe the devil made me do
Maybe
it.
you just chose to do it and it's nobody's fault but your own.
I don't like you.
That's not required. But it is required that you tell me the truth. Did you mean what you wrote on the blackboard? Is there somebody that you want to turn into dead meat?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
To avoid answering questions.
I am so out of here.
You need psychotherapy sessions to get back into school, Josh.
Maybe I am not going back to school.
Oh? And what will you do?
Maybe I'll join a gang.
Don't you think that's self-destructive?
Who cares? My life is junk. Maybe I'll just kill myself.
Boom! No more pain.
Hear about Josh?
No, what now?
Blew out his brain.
What a weenie!
Always was a loser.
You think about suicide, Josh?
Sometimes,
Like when?
when I hear the voices.
What voices?
Voices I can just imagine what they must be saying about me.
Voices in the air or voices in your head?
Voices in my head.
Whose voices?
Kids.
Kids you know?
Just kids at school.
Why does that bother you?
Just does, okay? Come on.
Hear about Josh?
No, what?
Principal made him see a shrink.
Blackboard Phantoms doing summer
The
school.
great hunter's gotta repeat the grade.
Josh, I'd really like to run some medical tests to see if we can relieve your pain with medication. But you'll have to stay overnight in the hospital.
The loony bin. Do you know how much face I will lose at school when people find out that I am a nutcase? My life sucks!
Why did the monkey fall out of the tree?
Because I shot it dead. Stupid, 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 stupid! God, I wish someone would just put me out of my misery!
Boom!
Who's there?
Boom.
No more pain.
Who said that?
You.
Your life is over, Josh.
Over.
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 Who's there?
You.
You. Do it in the living room for your parents to see.
Leave your brains on the wall.
Make them feel
The
bad.
rifle's locked in the closet.
Break the lock.
Boom.
No more more pain.
That's dumb.
Josh the joke will be a year behind all his friends.
While everybody's having fun in the sun, Josh is reading gobbledygook in a book.
Shut up. Stop it.
You can make the voices stop, Josh.
How?
You know,
What do you mean?
Boom!
one bullet would quiet them forever.
You'd end the pain and stop the voices in your head.
I don't want to be thinking this.
Show them who you are. The whole school is standing in awe of you. You'd be a legend for years to come.
Kill the voices, Josh.
Does it hurt?
Bullet in the head, you'll never feel a thing.
Yes, but I'm scared. How do I do this?
You make your face a
A
mask.
mask that hides your face.
A face that hides the pain.
A pain that eats your heart. A heart nobody knows.
Yes, but suppose I botch it.
You'll be a joke.
About Josh tried to off himself, but he blew it.
Now he's a pathetic wannabe forever.
Josh the joke.
I can't do this. I will be Josh the Joke
And
forever.
you have to stop the voices another way, Josh.
How?
2 boxes of bullets should do it. And it's almost lunchtime.
They'll be in the cafeteria by now.
Imagine their faces when the hunter walks in. They see you in camo holding a rifle. Instant respect. Judgment Day.
Just like in the movie.
Paducah.
Jonesboro.
Springfield.
Columbine.
Take them with you.
With you.
With you.
Nobody could top that.
You don't hear the voices laughing anymore, do you, Josh?
Josh? You home?
Who's there?
Josh? You home?
They'll take you to the loony bin.
Josh, the doctor called me at work and asked your mother and I to drive you to the hospital. How'd you get the rifle?
Don't chicken out now.
Unless you want to be Josh the
Put
joke.
that down!
What have I done?
Josh, what was that noise?
Mom?
What have you done?
Make your face a mask.
A mask that hides your face.
A face that hides the pain.
Pain that eats your heart. A heart nobody knows.
I love you, Mom. Dad, you made me do this! I wanted to kill you, but I didn't want you dead. But how else could I tell you anything without you interrupting me? Mom, how are you singing if you're dead? Stop it, please. Don't I have enough pain? Isn't it hard enough being nobody? Isn't it tough enough that everybody thinks of me like I am a broken trash bag? Where do I fit in? Where can I go and just not have anybody on my back? At school, the teachers are giving this test and that paper, and then I always come home and you always find something that I'm never good enough at. I guess I'm just tired of you being disappointed in me all the time. Remember when you taught me the outfielders love Dad? And then I caught a high fly in the Little League Championship game, and then you carried me off the field on your shoulders. Why can't it just be like that? Why is it so easy to talk to you now? Anyway, thanks for listening.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, what's up?
Can I have a french fry?
Yeah?
Thanks. You're such a dork. You didn't do your homework.
Hey Matt, what's up?
Hey, what up, Michael?
Hey Katie.
Hey.
Hey, you want to grab some pizza with me after school? I'm starving.
Sure. You want some french fries?
Yeah.
Here, have the whole box.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Matt.
Hey.
Hey, what? Hey,
Pretty good, huh? Guess what?
Great.
what, Jesse?
I got into Columbia.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh my God, that's great. I knew you were gonna do
Congratulations,
it.
Jesse.
It's so exciting.
Well, what
Like,
You're hoping, yeah?
yeah.
I'm going to Columbia. You're going to Columbia? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Could you shut up, please? I'm trying to do my homework.
Oh my God, he's got it good!
Josh, please don't.
Why me, Josh? You liked me.
You snitched on me.
Why did you have to shoot me through the heart?
Where do you think you shot me? Why do you pretend like I'm not there? My parents don't see me, friends don't see me, you don't see me. I'm invisible sometimes.
Why me? I had a football scholarship.
You were everything I wanted to be.
Why'd you have to shoot me through the head?
Should have figured that out when you pushed me.
Why me? I don't even know you. I never even spoke to you. Why me? What right do you have to take all the life I could have lived? Feel like a man when you shot me through the stomach?
I have no idea what it's like to be somebody one day and then nobody the next.
Why me? I had my whole life before me.
So did I.
How did it feel to shoot me through the neck?
I don't know.
All my life I've been taught to forgive. That forgiveness is for the forgiver. But I just can't. Not until I know what's in your heart, Josh. I need to know. Why me? Why me, Josh?
If you knew all my thoughts, why don't you know that?
We want to hear you say it to yourself. Why, Josh?
Why her?
Why him?
Why them?
Why me? Why anybody, Josh?
Sometimes I hate being alive, but I can't stand the thought of being dead.
You know what I hate about being dead? You can't just call up and order a pizza.
Pepperoni.
Extra cheese.
Garlic. Hold the anchovies.
Cheeseburgers.
With bacon.
And fries.
Drenched in ranch dressing.
Triple chocolate milkshake.
Chocolate chip cookies.
With milk.
Cold milk.
So many things to miss.
You could never name them all.
Never.
I miss cruising. Windows down, radio up.
I miss lying in my bed in the dark and falling asleep to a CD.
I miss getting rejected by girls.
Oh. I miss when a guy gets that look in his eye and you know he's gonna ask you out.
And then he says, "Can I borrow your math book?"
I miss when she answers before you finish asking.
I'd love to.
I miss when you go in for the kiss and then it happens and it's much, much better than you ever thought it would be.
Yeah, I miss kissing.
I miss seeing Jody when she has that look on her face. That look that says she's got another stupid joke to tell.
I miss Mom's rock hard brownies.
I miss my dog when I come home from school.
I miss when my dog jumps all over me and barks for a treat.
I miss caffeine.
I miss when you go into the dressing room and you try on a pair of jeans and they fit perfect.
I miss cheese puffs.
I miss soda fizz tickling my nose.
I miss loving someone.
Miss fixing my hair in the morning.
I miss going to the mailbox and getting a letter that I didn't
A
expect.
handwritten letter.
Yeah.
I miss when you start off the school year and you open a book for the first time and the spine cracks.
I miss walking into the cafeteria in the morning and deciding who to sit with.
I miss laughing so hard I start to cry.
I miss water skiing on Tahoe.
Tahoe!
I miss being home alone with a microwave bag of popcorn and the remote in my hand, channel surfing.
I miss eating.
I miss hanging out.
I miss dating.
I miss picking a college.
I miss the end of the day school bell. The feeling in the air when you can go home.
I miss my bed.
I miss singing in the shower.
I miss when my brother and I get in a fight and then act like nothing happened 5 minutes later.
I miss making Ma laugh so hard she can hardly breathe.
I miss watching the sky go from light to dark.
And dark to light.
I miss waking up on Christmas morning and seeing all the presents under the tree.
Just learning new songs on the piano.
I miss singing to the radio in front of the mirror.
And pretending I'm in a concert.
Sold out!
I miss getting the summertime friends.
I would be taking that away. Never.
Never? What do you know about never? I'll never do all the things I wanted to do.
Never! I will never achieve my dreams!
Never! I'll never see all I wanted to see.
Never! I'll never know all I wanted to know!
Never!
Not ever! I'll never be an ant.
I'll never know what it's like to live on my own and be independent.
I'll never get the chance to be a better person.
I'll never go to college and have a double major.
I'll never find the right person to spend the rest of my life with.
And make a marriage work.
Yo, I miss all the...
Give love.
And get love.
I'll never meet a beautiful fraternity boy who will look at me and see perfection.
I'll never be married in a white dress and have a huge wedding.
I'll never make new friends.
I'll never be a teacher.
I'll never play catch with my son.
I'll never have long talks at a candlelit table in the corner of a small restaurant.
I'll never be 19 the way I thought I would.
I'll never know what it's like to kill them after work. And have all my kids run to me and smother me with hugs and kisses.
I'll never know if the psychic was right. Will I get what I want or sell used cars?
I'll never know what it is to own my own car.
I'll never have my frat boy in the delivery room of the maternity ward telling me to push, push, push. I'll tell him to shut up.
I'll never own a 57 Chevy.
Or fly a plane.
Or sail a boat?
Or see the French Alps.
I'll never have 3 kids that look just like my frat boy, so that when I'm kissing them, I'm kissing him.
I'll never see my limits.
Or really know myself.
I'll never learn all my mother's recipes.
Or make Dad proud of me.
I'll never cry at my children's graduation.
I'll never see Italy.
Or Tokyo.
Or learn to fly
Or
fish.
get washboard abs.
I'll never have an epitaph that reads, beloved grandmother, mother, and wife, died at 17.
What do you want from me? I can't bring you back. If I could, I would, but I can't. Don't you see that? It's over now.
It's really over.
It's over for us, Josh.
But it's just beginning for you.
For the rest of your life.
We'll be in your head till you're dead.
You'll see us over.
And over.
And over.
Again.
And again, just as you saw us in the cafeteria yesterday.
I never thought that it would be like this. Never. I thought it would just be like bang, bang your head, hit the restart button, start over, you know? I didn't know that it would be forever. Can I get another chance? When I killed you, I killed all my possibilities too, you know? I'll never have anything to look forward to. Never. Is this the rest of my life? Oh, God!
Who'd like to answer that? A lot of different feelings, you know. I think that this play, I said this last night, but when I, said, oh yeah, I'm going to do this part and everything, I'm really grateful for this piece. It's done a lot for me. But part of me didn't really know how much emotionally I would be putting into the piece. When you get up and you say in rehearsal and during the shows the things that you'll miss and the things that you'll never get to do, it really hits home. I know for me it does. and my value of life just, goes up a lot because life is but a vapor. I don't know, how long I have here. And so when I say those things, it really, it makes me think about what I have. I'm so grateful for what I have, It makes me also think about Josh and his character and just being aware of people, that, and not afraid. I'm not afraid, that this could happen here or this could happen there and stuff like that, because you just can't be afraid. You can't live like that. You can't be afraid of things, but just aware that people have feelings and people are going through stuff, and I need to take that into consideration. And, at school, everywhere that I am, I need to be aware of other people and also aware of the fact that life is a gift,
Just taking a quick break for a second. Yeah, we'll be right back.
When we were thinking, by the way, you did a great job. And we were thinking about coming to the show, we were 9-year-old boy, and we were really told yesterday that they thought it was too young for him. I'm really kind of sorry he was too young for him. I'm really sorry that I didn't bring him, even though I think it was very powerful that it would have affected him. I think that probably the younger kids are the ones that really need to see some of this. And how appropriate do you think it is for younger kids to see this?
Well, I'll just answer that because it's been sad for me. I really thought my son, my 10-year-old didn't see it, but my son is in 8th grade and he saw it. And the middle school's made a decision that only the 8th graders can see it, but all those classes are mixed. So I'm really wondering, we have a 10 o'clock show that was just slated for the middle school, and I'm not sure that we're going to have that big an audience because the 8th and 7th graders are mixed together. They might not come at all, and so that's kind of sad, because I think that's the age that would be, and there's no violence in the play, it's psychological, and and I know they see a lot worse on 8 o'clock at night on TV, right? So that's kind of painful for me that I think the title is the hardest thing about it, the parent scenes are hard to take. Okay. Yes?
I believe did a lot of students get a chance to see it the last couple days?
We had 412 see it from Ashland High School, 430. We had standing room. Unfortunately, we're having it exactly during the same class period, and some teachers are not. They need to do academic work, and there's sim testing. And so I'm hoping we have one more high school show. I'm hoping to do a third, but we have another show coming in, and we have to change the lights. So Tuesday's the last possible time. We have a 10 a.m. show on Tuesday. We might be able to add another one, but that's still up in the air.
And what about the kids at Howard Elementary?
Well, we are opening it up to any school who wants us to come. We will go to anywhere in the valley. Right now, we're going to Grants Pass. We're going to do 3 at Grants Pass High School, and we are planning Phoenix High School. Medford hasn't responded yet. We're hoping to do it in Medford. But if you have an influence, call me. Yes.
This is an interesting character study for some of the reasons of parental upbringing, violence in movies and video games, sense of alienation with peer group. And so it sort of explains some of the reasons that cause something like this to happen. But how does this play work towards prevention of it happening anywhere else?
Would you like to answer that?
I think the main thing is making people aware that there are kids out there that need help or that might have, the mental disability and they need care, and to be aware that to make the people that might be potential killers, to make them aware of what they're taking away from the victims, that they're taking everything that they have and what they could have. So I think it's just awareness is what we're trying to bring out, because there's no solution. There's no if we do this, then it'll all go away. So this is one step that we're taking.
I think the play, it really shows that there's consequences for your actions, and if you do this horrible act, there's going to be punishment, and you're not just taking away somebody else's life, you're really taking away your own life too.
I think it does a lot, this play. I think one of the things that it does for high school students or any student is that after they see this play, if they were to hear something like that, somebody talking about, I'm going to bring a gun or da-da-da, or even joking, I think that they'll take it a lot more seriously. They'll go report it, and I think that this school does a really good job of just supporting each other and being aware of those things. But other schools aren't, and that's the reality. And so I think that if they see the show afterward, it's like, okay, this is serious, you know. Maybe they were joking. They don't plan to do anything like this, but I still need to report it, or I need to talk to somebody about it, because this could happen. And just so many different things it does. It does bring awareness of, you know, people who are around you. I think it's just a good show because the message is life really is such a great gift. I think that it brings that back up, and today we don't see that as much. That message isn't taught as much, you know, in television and whatever, you know, and in family. It's not just one thing, but we don't really get the value of life so high, you know. We don't have that high respect for it. So when you go to this, you know, and you see this, it's like, okay, you know, especially for a young person to see that, it makes you value what you have, I think, a little bit more.
I have a question maybe specifically for Andrew, but if anyone else wants to also. How do you disconnect from the character when you're done? I mean, it's such an intense performance, and it's real in some ways. How do you let go of your energy?
I think a very important aspect of acting is that it is just pretend. For some people, that takes a lot to figure out, and they figure it out somewhere along the line. But this play has made me figure it out. I don't think you can be a method actor for this play. You can't try and become this, because if you do, I think you'll get hurt extremely. And so I just have to come into doing this show realizing that it is just pretend. It's not real. And when it's over, it's over. And the character dies along with the final bow.
Yes. I think you were first. Go ahead. Doesn't matter.
Well, first of all, this is really a powerful production, and I can't think of a weak point in your presentation. You were all precise. I was just marveling at the way you worked as an ensemble and the power. And there were more than I assume there were more than one blubbering fools in here during a lot of it, because I sure was. You know, the message I think that was conveyed amongst many others for me was and powerfully was that it doesn't work. You know, a lot of us sometimes are so angry at a lot of the things that happen in the world. We have these fantasies that if we just punch that guy out, or go to the extreme that this play does, and do so powerfully in this whole thing, showed Andrew and your character, but in the rest of the ensemble, that it didn't solve it. It was immediate, and the hell you went through. And I think that's something that's very powerful. I'm curious if some of you could distill this play down to the main message you feel it gives in one sentence, if that were even possible, or knowing there are multiple messages. But if you could say what was the most powerful message for some of you.
I think it's awareness. I know we've said that before, but the thing about when this sort of thing happens in real life is that you don't hear about the victims. You know, everything is concentrated on the killer. There are interviews with the killer, there's biographies about the killer, there's hardly anything about the victims. In this play, it shines a definite light on the victims, what they went through, how they feel, and the consequences. And that's what I think this play really shines a light on, is the awareness of the victims, not just the killer.
I think it's important. Just the fingers are pointed at various things that might contribute to making a killer. I think masculinity in today's society shouldn't be paired with aggression and aggression to the extreme. And I think that's an important message to convey. That Josh does what he does out of pain, regardless of whether or not he eventually shows it in anger, because that seems more societally acceptable for whatever reason. I think showing pain should be more acceptable for a male, and for them to still feel male doing so.
So you, go ahead. I think it's about spirit, and I think that it's about choices and consequences. and about the void that is in many of us, that we're walking around like empty shells and we don't have a love inside of us about real human people around us. Just some of us. And many of us do, and we love life, but we don't recognize those around us that are empty. And maybe that's what we need to do, is start looking around for those and seeing if we can help them find faith in life, in believing in each other, in God. That's what.
You have a question? Go ahead.
I noticed very early in the mention about the child tearing the wings off. That to me is one of the most significant things in the whole thing. That's the beginning. And when those things happen, watching children, cruel or kind and loving, the most nature of a child is to be kind and loving toward animals. You see a child who does that, that should be looked at right away, any place. Because the grandfathers later was almost a surprise for any child who's pulled butterflies' wings off to have that much pain with their own.
I think that it's really important that this play doesn't pinpoint the things that make up a killer. You know, it doesn't say, well, because of this in his life, and because he had, you know, this, and he didn't have this, and it doesn't do that. It's just, it's everything. And I was reading, you know, we're doing research, and because you brought that up, I was reading articles on, you know, child behavior and how it's related to school shootings. And it is just so obscure, you know? I mean, there are kids who, you know, torture little cats or something and grow up to be these really nice people. And then there are people who, you know, do this. And it's just so, every person is so different. And I think that that's so important, is that, you know, you can't mold a killer into this is what a killer would be. Because every person has some different pain, some different problem that they're going through, problems that get to them to this point, you know?
Yes. I was just wondering if you think that this play would have an effect on, like, as people treat each other, you know, obviously, you know, he's supposed to be the outcast, and he gets laughed about, kind of see, you know, any kind of thing driving towards that.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope so. Like, an effect on that, or do you think that's one of the things?
I think for a lot of the actors, a lot of us, we've said this every night, I think, that we really are more aware of other kids that are around us, that if they seem upset, we're more aware of it, and we come up to them and talk to them about it. I would hope that our message would bring that to you guys as well, but I know for me definitely, and for a lot of people in the cast, that we are more aware of other people's feelings now.
Something that actually bothers me about this presentation, about this, is thinking about if the audience and audience members do take it to heart and are kinder to other people, if maybe it's out of fear. Because I'd like to think it's out of the kindness of your own heart.
Yeah.
You know, instead of being like, oh no, he's alienated, maybe he's a killer. I'll ask him how he's doing. You know, that frightens me a bit. But
We have some good programs here at the high school that really, I think at Ashland High School, we really honor diversity. I have to say that we have all different kinds of students, and I think everybody kind of says, yeah, you know, he's like that, that's what he likes, that's what she likes. But of course, we're human, and we still have cliques, we still have small groups, and that's really hard in any social situation, whether it's in high school or in the larger society. Any other questions?
Does that kind of taunting exist in your reality here?
Can I answer that? Okay. Before I came to this school, I went to Phoenix High School, where this type of behavior, I mean, not the actual act of killing, but this sort of mentality of Josh was maybe not considered normal by a mass, but nobody did anything about it. I was told on several occasions when I did nothing wrong, I can honestly say that I did nothing wrong, that I was going to get my head blown off with a shotgun. And here, I feel completely safe. However, there, I did not feel safe at all. And it all depends on if one person feels one way and that person is like popular or something, they affect the entire mass. And if that mass isn't exactly healthy, then that's going to be the psychology in a mass. And so here, yes, I feel very safe.
I mean, I think it exists. I think it's hard for students to see, though. Like, for me personally, I mean, this is my third high school, and I just, from just the different environments and everything like that, for me, I've never, I never really see it that up front. I never, like, hear somebody saying this and this to this person, or so direct like that. I guess it is little things, but, so it really has made me more aware, because I just never caught it before. When it happened, it just kind of breezed by, It was just like, it never seemed like it was a big issue, because it never really happened to me, or because I didn't see somebody else it was happening to them. But now I think you do take a closer look. You look at the people who you don't know, you stop by them and you say hi, and just out of the kindness of your heart, really,
And specifically, I'm asking, is it the groupism of the taunting by a group that can drive the Josh to doing this, that fear that they had that all these people are laughing and calling, sort of as a group making fun of people? That's the kind of taunting I was.
I think there's a big dependency on each individual's security with themselves. I mean, certain people will actually hear that and warp what people think about them and drive them to do extremities. But it really just depends on, like, maybe even how you were raised. I mean, not to, pinpoint anything. But if you have your own self-security, it doesn't matter. You hear those voices, and it's not a big enough issue to drive you to do something. But there are people like Josh who had that weakness. I mean, in his own character, the voices, when he didn't hear them, was the only time that he felt secure. But he would just hear these random things that would compel him to be violent. And it just really depends on your own security. So I don't think that there is. There is the groupism. There are always gossip people. But I honestly don't think it would drive anybody unless they were really insecure.
I think it's important also that I think a lot of what Josh heard was distorted in his own mind. It's like he took something this big and he made it this big. And I think it's really important to know that, because I honestly, I just don't see Josh as being taunted as much as his mind says that he was, I could see somebody maybe saying, did you hear Josh did this weekend? And he took that and he made it that big, And so, yeah, maybe he was taunted and stuff, but each individual will take it to heart differently.
And we know this from depression, bulimia, anorexia, those are the symptoms of depression that kids will say. You'll hear one person say, oh, fat or chubby, and that's it, that's all they need, and it takes them down a whole different road, and you think, oh my goodness, lots of people call them getting a little chubby or gained weight, and it's not a big deal. But to a person who has a mental health problem, it's a totally different experience. That little comment is now everybody saying it. Not one person, everybody thinks that. That's what's so painful. The sensitivity we need is what you're talking about there, of just being aware that we're so different. Yes?
Do you think students in your high school have the ability, often when people are in extreme pain or have mental health issues, they're not the greatest people to be around. In fact, they do things to make us not want to be around them. Do you think students have the ability for the rest of us to recognize something like that in pain, and then to know what to do with it?
I think so. I think that, I know that sounds just so, yeah, sure, we can take care of everything, naive. But I think that if you are really paying attention and you care for people, then most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, you're going to know. I know when there's somebody in my class who's not being treated well. I'm aware of that. You can just tell. It's just not in the school place. It's everywhere in life, You just know. You walk into a room and you sense things right away, right? Because you can tell by what people are doing, and I don't know, maybe, when you're an actor, you notice what people do a little bit more, but because you use it on stage. But just that sort of awareness. I'll be walking down the hall, and if I see somebody sitting by themselves, I'm aware of the fact that maybe they need somebody to just say hi to them. And you know what? To be honest with you, sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, and that's something to work on. But just that kind of thing. And I think so. I think you can make a difference just by doing those little things.
And Nicole knows, and all the know, at Ashland High School, we probably have 7 or 8 peer group support groups at our school for all different things. And it's amazing. Students will even tell people, I'm going to see a counselor, or I'm working on this. And I've been amazed at how open the students are about mental health issues here that I haven't seen in a long time. And I think maybe the society is starting to deal with that and saying, you know what? You go to the doctor for a back, you go to the doctor for a headache, you go to the doctor for depression too. You know, it's okay. That's another health issue. Yes.
I would just like to say thank you. You have far exceeded any expectation I ever had when I came to talk to Betsy. And the only sadness that I think we have out of this is that we aren't going to be at all the high schools, or you're not, I wasn't going to be there, you're not going to be at all the high schools that we would have wanted you to be at. And some of the audience, if there's any parents and middle schoolers in here, call Dale. Tell them your opinion on it, because, you know,
And if you
I
live in
said
Medford,
I'm going to Orange Steve because I guess I'd rather have you say I should have brought my son. Why did I bring him? But call Dale, and if you think it's appropriate for 6th and 7th graders, let him know, because this is a great opportunity. Middle school is so often overlooked. But again, thank you.
thank you very much. Oh, all right, we'll take one more question, then we got to wrap up. Okay, yes.
I really hope that this play will show people what people are going through, because I see it a lot, and I'm a person who focuses on everyone else other than myself. And I see people get tormented all the time, and I hear people say, well, yeah, did you hear about that shooting? I feel really bad that that guy could kill himself. And it hurts me, literally, to see this when it shouldn't. Because I'm like everyone else. I see that person that sad, so I'm sadder than them. And I really, really hope that this can reach other people so that other people can feel some sort of comfort and comfort others. Because someone may be crying about themselves, and you go and say, hey, let me hear about it, what's going on? And that can make their day brighter, and they'll come back later and say, oh, I'm having a really good day, thank you for changing that for me. And I hope people will see that.
You sound like you're a wonderful person. You sound like a person who's going to do that. And that's what we hope. Because it's the little moments in life, right? It's those one moment that can make a difference in somebody's life. So that's neat. Thank you. Thank you. Come on, come talk to us. All right, well, thank you very much, everybody.